I use 3 strands of mulline cotton thread. Come up. Make a loop so the thread that is coming out of fabric would be on top. Insert the needle tip into the loop close to the entry hole. Pull the working thread so the loop lies on fabric, and pull the needle down while holding the working thread taut. Come up. Make a loop. Insert needle tip inside the loop near the entry hole. Pull the thread. Pull the needle while pulling the thread. Almost the same process. Come up. Make a loop. Thread coming out of fabric should be on top. Insert needle tip near the entry hole. Pull the working thread, but not all the way. Leave small loop and hold it with your finger while you're pulling the needle down. One more time, the Chinese knot. Thread coming out of fabric should be on top, otherwise there would be no knot. Insert the needle tip not into the same hole but nearby. To get the nice loop, don't pull the needle until you pull the working thread so the loop lies on fabric. And go down holding the working thread taut. Loop Chinese knot. Come up. Make a loop. Insert needle tip inside the loop near the entry hole. Pull working thread until the loop is as long as you want. Hold loop with your finger and pull the needle down. Draw 2 parallel lines. Come up in the middle. Make diagonal stitch into the upper line and come up directly under it to the lower line. Slide under the stitch, don't poke the fabric. Slide through that stitch again, but aim to the left, and go over the working thread. And from the beginning, diagonal stitch into the upper line, come up to the lower line, slide under the stitch down, and slide under the stitch to the left and over the thread. To finish, make a small stitch to the side. The same stitch on a bigger scale. Come up. Place needle tip under the thread. Form a knot with working thread. Go under and over the needle, and under again. Insert the needle tip near the entry hole, pull the working thread until loops lie on fabric, and come down while holding the working thread taut. Come up, place needle tip under the working thread, go under, over and under the needle, forming a knot. To avoid losing it, hold the thread with your fingers. Insert the needle tip near the entry hole, pull the working thread until loops lie on fabric, and hold the working thread taut while you're pulling the needle down. It's not really a stitch, but a way to place satin stitches to create rosebud. Make 5 satin stitches in a row. Short stitches close to each other. Then make 3 diagonal stitches, covering the lower left corner. Cover the right corner as well. Two horizontal satin stitches, and the stem can be made out of 1 straight stitch or stem stitches. Come up, hold working thread and rub once around the needle. Insert needle tip near the entry hole. Pull the working thread so the wraps lie on fabric. Pull the needle down, holding the working thread taut. The difference between all these knots is the way of making loops. Sometimes we make a loop or loops shaped as 8 or wrap thread, making 2 wraps this time. It's important to go into the nearby hole, not into the same one. When you pull thread, you'll already see how the knot will loop. And go down. The more wraps, the bigger knot. It's a French knot with a leg. Start as usual. Come up, wrap thread around the needle 2 times, insert needle tip short stitch length away and pull working thread, go down, holding the thread taut. This happens when you pull too hard. Yes, finish the stitch. Make 5 straight stitches from and to the same holes. So, make a stitch, come up to the same hole and go down into the same hole. I'm placing the stitch to the right from the first one, so I come up from the same hole now, but on the left side. And down. Again on the right side. And closer to the left side. Use your finger on needle to place thread into a nice grain to kind of spread the threads. These are the stitches I wanted to show. Check out the first part with stitches for big flower buds and stitches for leaves and branches. Hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video!